So, the end approaches.
Really?
Going to a meeting with Sarevok, the Ducal Palace. Apparently it's being scheduled for 3
I'll do it.
AM middle of the night.
Hello?
I assume you've come to the palace for the coronation of Sarevok. Well then, I'll need to see your invitations. Here they are. Alright, you can go in. So, apparently I was right.
I serve the flaming fist!
Could you please hand over your invitation to the palace? Thank you very much, you may pass.
Soon TX rule! TX is as TX does.
With a little bit of a scouting effort here. I think if you're a thief, you can go into the upper stairs and do proper thievery here for triggering the start of these. I don't think the reward is anything that you give a shit about, and since it's already at the end of the game more or less, at least the last, maybe last quarter at least, so you'll, what's the point? If you could have done this earlier, or if there was something special in there, that might have been a great thing. But since that's not the case, not worth bothering with. And we don't have a very sneaky thief anyway, so we would get caught without using a huge number of invisibility potions. Just making some fodder here.
Olsa?
What is it now?
Who dares prod TX?
Hi dares.
Again you disturb me. You are so irritating.
Don't mind my creatures.
What is it now?
It's all just fodder for us.
Men are pathetic.
Okay. I think the moment we see Sarevok is the moment where things start to happen. So.
Jalcales? If it bleeds, I can kill it.
Good for you. Now let's go.
Okay. I love bloodshed.
We want to go fairly close, you know? We're basically trying to throw ourselves in the middle of the belt and Leah and assumed assassin's belt. Now that all of our guests have arrived, we can begin with the ceremony that you have all been waiting.
As all of you know, this is a special occasion for the city of Baldur's Gate.
Leah is clearly blonde, so couldn't they have picked a picture of a blonde woman at here? Looks like some kind of sad goth teenager instead of a Duke of a city. As you all know, this is a special occasion for the city of Baldur's Gate. It is time for a new person to join the ranks of the Grand Dukes. I do not wish to downplay the tragedy that we suffered with the loss of Ensign Silvershield, but this is not the time for us to show grief.
The votes have been tallied from those submitted by the landowners. The result was nearly unanimous.
What of Duke Elton? Has his condition improved at all? If he dies, who will replace him? What about the rumors of Arm mobilizing for war? Why aren't we preparing for war? With our iron shortage, how are we to defend ourselves? Who will give us the iron we need? What of the Zentarum? I've heard that they may be somehow involved. I believe that Elton was poisoned by members of the Shadow Thieves. They're obviously trying to kill our leaders.
All of your questions will be answered in due time. You need not worry.
Entar was killed by Shadow Thieves, agents of Arm. If it isn't obvious to the rest of you, it's obvious to me. Arm wants a war.
The evidence we have about Entar's murder does resemble the work of the Shadow Thieves, but...
Resembles? That's ridiculous! The signature left behind on the body was the mark of the Shadow Thieves. Are you blind and stupid, woman?
If I may continue, the signature left behind was very blatant and could have been put there to mislead all of us.
An obvious ploy. I'm surprised they are still debating it.
Who would want to mislead us?
Perhaps I could interject something before this meeting degenerates into meaningless bickering.
We are here to welcome our new Grand Duke, so perhaps we should get on with it. Introducing the new Grand Duke, Sarevok and Chev. I am honored to be here before such a respected assemblage of noblemen. I accept my new position with full awareness to my new responsibilities, and I will have many of them. I would first like to address many of the questions that had been asked earlier. The rumors about arms mobilization for war are entirely true, as is the involvement of their Zentarim cohorts. But do not worry, we are not bereft of a defense. Although the recent Zentists' attempts at depriving us of the most valuable war resource, iron, has weakened us, it has not crippled us. When my father was most recently murdered, I inherited his control over the western branch of the Iron Throne. They have a great deal of stockpiled iron, enough for all of our needs. I will give this to the city to do as you will. Unfortunately, our greatest military commander lies on his deathbed, a grievous blow to the city. To ensure that the Flaming Fist is well led, I will be assuming control of the mercenary regiment, with permission from its current steward, Angelo.
Wait one moment. That is not in your power to decide.
Shut up! Let Sarevok speak!
Instead of waiting for the war to come to us, we will take it to them. With the Flaming Fist, we should be able to easily take the town of Nashkel, and then quickly fortify the mountain pass through the Cloud Peaks. What? Who dares to interrupt?
Again, my actions.
Men are pathetic.
You can
If it
attack
bleeds,
something else.
I can kill it.
I don't want to talk.
Crap. Level up. Thief level up. We probably shouldn't be investing at pickpocketing at this point. We can buff out our scouting abilities a little more, even though I don't think that's in any way necessary. Yeah.
I love bloodshed.
Give me some it's done.
Good for you.
I'm waiting.
Stop blocking
Or
it
my
with you,
actions are
dumbass.
yours.
If it must be done.
Night Singer, give me power.
Mm. Kill him. It was lucky that such brave men as yourself intervened on our behalf. Is there anything that I can do for you in return? We have Sarevok's diary. Take a look through it. Sarevok is the one who tried to kill you, had Entar killed and nearly killed Elton. I'll take a look, but if you are wrong, the punishment for such false accusations will be severe. Angelo, those men are the ones wanted on multitude accounts of murder. Kill them. These men are not to be touched until I have finished reading these documents. You don't need to read that document. Since I know you're too stupid to take my advice, I'll just take your head.
What is
He
it
actually is,
now?
Go pester
Men
someone
are...
else.
I'll do it.
I am the law.
Yeah.
Sarevok is not an easy target to go after.
Run as you will. You cannot hide forever.
You and I aren't finished yet, fool. I'll kill you just as I killed Gorion. The only way you'll ever live in peace is if you kill me first. That can surely be arranged. You are welcome to try. Who are you? Winsky Perorates.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
I'm
So
going
did
to
he.
this
Also,
right.
I love bloodshed. Okay.
Oh, they escaped. I think it is in your best interest to hunt Sarevok and kill him before he does the same to you. Yeah, the problem is finding the bastard. Through the power of my god, I should be able to divine his location. Just wait a moment and I'll tell you where he has gone. He has been teleported to the Thieves Guild. I will dimension fold you to where he has gone. From there you can follow him and kill him. Good luck. I can
Looked him in the head till he was
bullshit
dead.
power you there. How did you know where the Thieves Guild is anyway? How did you know the location is a Thieves Guild instead of I think it's sort of a tavern. It's supposed to be. Denkad. What is this? It seems like everyone's crashing in on the Thieves Guild these days. First that huge armored guy, and now you. You better tell me what you're here about, and right quick, or you're in a lot of trouble. Out of my way, thief. You have important matters to solve and don't have time to waste on you. No need to be rude. If your important task is finding that big armored guy, then he went right down the stairs to the east. He and his friend were sure in a hurry. If I were you though, I'd first stock up on equipment. Those are the thieves' warrens down the stairs. There ain't no place for any sane man would care to go. Go talk to Black Lily in the storeroom by the stairs. She has lots of items for sale, even magic if you have the money.
Okay.
See, she's still here. You lied to me. You son of a bitch.
Jalcales?
Who dares prod Tiax?
Night Singer, give me power.
Tiax hears you.
I don't think we'll go and do anything. We were already prepared before we went into the meeting, so just gonna drudge on.
Your end shall be quick if you let it.
Voleta Stiletto. Blast you all thrice over. I don't know who you be, but if you are in league with him that cut me down, you can all go straight to Hades. May the spirit of those that built this maze take you down. I'm here for Sarevok. You got me best wishes if you be hunting him down. Flew me by me he did, and only paused to stick me for the fun of it. Vicious bastard he is. The traps ahead will likely claim him, even with that mate he was dragging along with him. Traps be damned, they will not escape me. Fitting last words if I ever have heard them. Go on then, run along. If you make it through to the Undercity alive, I will be more than surprised. No skin of my nose either way. I'd love to see you run Sarevok through. I'll just wait to hear about it though, if you don't mind. I ain't fool enough to run the gauntlet in there. The maze has not seen a live person pass since it was built. Maintained by her undead creators, you see. Cleaned by jellies too. Better get a move on. Off you go. Where does the maze go? I don't rightly know, though it said there is a city beneath this one. Some archaeologist smart-arsed sage might be able to tell you more about it. It's not a proper city down there, you understand. Just the remains. Surprising, really. If the site that Baldur's Gate is built on is so appealing, it would figure that there would have been one built here before. I care little. Nothing but dead down there now. Get moving. For a dying person, you sure took your time
Men
talking.
are pathetic.
Ooh, Black Lily was here.
Your
Tiax will
worthless lives
smite
end
thee.
here.
So she's been waiting here for the past couple of months, I guess. Could I please save? Yeah. So, I have to say, this is a terrible part of the game. You're sort of encounter with Sarevok to fight there in the Ducal Palace. Then you're on hot pursuit, and what does the game throw your way? Trap-filled maze, and this is the most trap-filled maze type dungeon there is in the entire game. It is literally a maze like you solve in a most simple paper mazes you've ever solved. Draw a line through this maze type of crap. It is literally an area filled like this, where there are these very thin walls separating each other, and they're just monsters, traps, and maze. This would have been a terrible map in any situation, but I sort of hate it here because it takes the momentum that was sort of building up entirely and takes all the winners out of the sail of the story. If this didn't exist at all, it would have been better.
If it bleeds, I can kill it. I love bloodshed.
I have a idea that might make this a little bit more tolerable. Protection from undead. That would be fun, yes. How long does it last? 10 turns. It makes you undetectable by undead. So now the undead monstrosities that might be guarding this place are unable to do anything to us.
Men are pathetic.
As long as they don't see other targets, so we're free to bash them to death.
Go pester someone else. Why me?
If it bleeds, I'll do it. I love bloodshed.
Scream! Scream for mercy!
Men, okay.
If there's one positive thing about this place, is that traps locations are more or less fairly well marked, so you don't have to waste your entire time just moving a few steps forward. God. Well, they're not undead, I guess. I should have thought they were, but apparently they're not.
Men are pathetic.
I guess some kind of constructs thing. Okay, since we're doing this.
If it bleeds,
your worthless lives end here.
I don't want to waste my time here any more than I have to. So, minor strength bonuses. Doesn't really matter what the. As long as it's 19 or up.
For sure!
The effects last about 10 turns, so that would be. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's several minutes anyway. So it's more than likely enough for us to reach where we're going. Literal goddamn maze.
Men are okay.
Go pester someone else. All right.
If it really.
And here's the trap.
I'm waiting. It's probably best left to me.
Green something there. There's at least one trap.
I love men are pathetic.
Hey, not a concern.
Men are pathetic. If it bleeds, I can kill it.
Yeah. Skeleton Warrior apparently isn't an undead. It's an interesting thing to know. Never knew that before.
If it bleeds,
TX will smite thee.
Scum.
I think they are undead, both of them. They're doom guards and things. It's just they're classified oddly in this game apparently.
I hope this is worth
I love bloodshed.
Jalcales?
Give me some direction. I'll see to it.
Holy crap, just 25 points of
Men are
damage.
pathetic. Okay.
An arrow. That's what a good archer does, though.
Friend.
That's why you fear archers. They can do melee damage at ranged distances.
I'm waiting.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
I'm willing.
And that's why a Darth slinging bastard is good, or a very highly specialized archer.
I love bloodshed.
It's sort of
really?
easy to dismiss, I guess, because just looking at the stats, they aren't all that impressive. And melee weapons, I think, get more hits per round.
Mana, I'll do it. If it bleeds, okay.
Yeah?
I love bloodshed. Mana, really?
Yeah, it's not like it just goes here and there. It's back and forth and back and forth. This is the shittiest level I think I've ever seen in an Infinity engine game. And it's entirely in the wrong place. If something, it should have been optional if they insisted on shoving it in. But now it's at the most critical moment of the entire plot. Where the climax is approaching, and you don't know where it goes. You waited for this moment for so long, and then welcome to the maze. Reasons why Baldur's Gate 2 is better than Baldur's Gate 1. This maze will be in one of those reasons. There are ways to make mazes. This is the worst possible way.
Give me some direction. What is it?
Probably any more undead here, I guess. Waiting with their bows on the other side. Yeah. At least it's a melee version this time.
Your worthless lives end here.
I'm waiting. I hope this is worth it.
More traps. Of course.
I love bloodshed. I'll do it.
And the final one,
Yeah,
hopefully.
I'll see to it.
Mana are okay.
Can't you feel the excitement, tension?
Yeah, it's done.
There's some markings here. I don't know what they mean really.
If it bleeds.
Greens are
okay.
definitely traps, but what are the reds?
I love blood. Really?
Apparently nothing at the moment.
Your
Time
worthless
is
lives
up.
end here.
Hold still.
Yeah. Piece of cake.
Your worthless lives end here.
Which path should I take? I don't know where the exit is. I'm sort of just... I think we chose the correct path. Yeah, it isn't so much bigger anymore. We're definitely not going here, and yeah, we should be at the end of it. Winsky Perorate. He was the guy who teleported Sarevok away.
You're at the end of your rope, I'll wager.
Well, well, I thought it would be you. Quite the little family reunion shaping up now, isn't it? I know you would follow. You two are the same blood. You must take the fight to him, lest he strike you down at his leisure. Not that it will matter. You have already beaten him. His plans are in ruins and his allies are fleeing in droves. Such glorious goals they were, though none understood the true desire behind them. None but me, that is. Unfortunately, I am now expendable, but I expected no less. Where is he? Oh, Sarevok has no intention of hiding. You have stripped him of any pretense. There is no longer any point in him maintaining his respectable veneer. Only the most fanatical or fearful of his allies stand by him now. He will gather what resources he can and move on. Of course, he knows that you must come to confront him, and that it is to his advantage to choose the battleground. There is an altar in the Undercity. It has to be where the ritual would take place, but now serves as his last refuge. If you do not go to him, he will strike at you at his leisure. Yeah, such threats are hollow, and you shall die first. I am dead regardless. Sarevok left me here for my failure earlier. He wished me to dispatch the Grand Dukes rather than effect his escape as I did. He would not consider failing as a probability, a common weakness in those that would be gods. He will come for me when he realizes his first strike did not kill me. Do as you will. I am resigned to my fate whether it comes now or later. Oh, that's good for you.
It seems that this party isn't as...
So, oops. We saved recently. No, it's basically I skipped an animation showing the Undercity. Shit. When was the last time I saved? Yeah, it's too long. I'm not loading. Well, maybe I can load an automatic. Well, I'm saving anyway. Yeah, auto save.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing of real value was lost there. I love the fact that the game fucking penalizes me. 3 reputational loss because I killed one of Sarevok's cronies who was already on the verge of dying. I mean, it could have been an act of mercy by sticking my sword into him too. It was some part of the plan to basically drown the entire sword coast in blood, and my reputation suffers because I killed him? Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Not that it matters, but I still think it's bullshit. If anything, the citizens were probably considering it an act of justice. Shit. We're not going to explore this map.
Who dares prod TX?
Again, you disturb
Well, I can. We'll rest anyway before we go into the altar.
Mana are
I'll do it.
So I might as well walk a little around here to sort of get an idea of what this place is all about. It's exactly this: ruins, 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 and there's a specific point where you should be going. It's not worth visiting. There's nothing here. The game is at such an end, so close to the end already that you're just wasting your time. I think there are undead groups here, but yeah, there's just no point doing this. What you gain from giving those gas? You gain nothing. It's an odd choice from in a way, because it's just a gigantic map, totally wasted. It serves no real purpose. This is, I think, the only place we're really interested in. Temple of Ball. Yeah, our last opposition really will be our measuring stick. How far can we go? This is not a group you can take lightly.
I don't want to talk.
They have all the things you could expect. I think they have detonation arrows, decent mage, high powered, everything. So they don't have any obvious weaknesses. Well, another adventuring group that it's well equipped. On the other hand, they're another human group, so a lot of your disabling spell will work fantastically on them.
Irritated.
What is it now?
Oh, come on.
TX hears you.
Don't waste my time with this shit.
Again, you disturb me.
Jalcales?
Might as well buff these bastards. I don't want to be in the front line when the action starts here. If everyone is here, their guns just gonna be
You are so irritated.
I need an arrow.
eating a lot of damage. Okay, actually, we are gonna do something. These serve no purpose anymore. But these are well, they're basically fireballs. So,
Soon TX is as TX does. I don't want to talk. Why me?
Night Singer, give now Natha.
Yeah, I hope this is
What
worth
is it now? My actions are yours.
yeah. Actually, I'll throw a greater malice in there instead of throwing fireball. Shit.
some direction. You need something, stranger.
A rather strange place to meet living members of the Sunlit Realms. I am curious as to why you are here. Could I rightly assume that you have something in common with the man Sarevok and Sheb? We have nothing to do with Sarevok. It's a vile man deserving only death. You have a strong hatred of him then. He doesn't seem to be that skilled at making friends. I'm Robin, in the employ of the Iron Throne. My companions and I have traveled from Zambia to learn what has been happening to our operations in Baldur's Gate. It seems that Sarevok has been quite busy, murdering Realtar and any other who got in his way. What he's done to you is anyone's guess. Wait, I recognize you now. You are Thule. Ah, so you come down here to end your crusade against the Iron Throne. Well, it'll be simple enough to dispatch you before we do Sarevok. My superiors will be quite happy to learn of your demise. Excellent.
Again you disturb me,
Run away.
as directed, for now.
I'm waiting.
Just launch your crap.
Go pester
We're gonna
someone
eat
else.
some fireballs ourselves, so this
If it
isn't gonna end well.
Olsa?
But they'll have weakened saving throws.
Who dares prod Tiax?
I love bloodshed.
You are so irritating.
We hit before the saving throws were lowered. Well, it's still a decent amount of damage on them. So. Shit. Could you please move?
Mana of real.
Shit. Ooh, a lot of things dying there.
Steel scum.
Oh shit.
What is it now?
Tiax hears you.
Jalcalas?
Let's keep shooting at him. Oops, they're pretty much all hostile to us at this point. War dog.
Again you disturb me. If I must.
I think we're cool at this point.
I'll do it.
I managed to... no, we're not. You're the one who has my ammunition. I need the... No, you're not. Ah, I already have them. Shoot that bastard.
You are so irritating.
I love bloodshed.
I need an air. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't. All right.
Give me some direction.
Yeah, that worked just
Men
fine.
are
What
possessed.
will life end here?
My friend.
The fight ends when we manage to paralyze Karst. That's the moment they lost it. I think he has the detonating arrows. As long as they're not a threat, we can bring in our supports, casters, and that type of creatures here.
Okay.
What do they have? Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting.
Go pester someone else.
Again. I wonder now. Nah. What is it? Might be important. Well, them custom officers were... The custom officers here got sticky fingers. I was just thinking that a barge load of goods might dock here and stay shy of him. But there's these up the stairs, and the river runs the wrong way for my trade, so it don't matter. I see, and what has this to do with our mission here? Nothing, just ruminating about later on, is all. A decent amount of arrows. I think those are other biting arrows. He might have used all these exploding arrows, detonating arrows. You could have just cast a single chaos or confusion spell here. If you're lucky, that would have done the same thing. Especially if you have another caster to cast a greater malison. It's pretty much game over if they start to fight among each other. But yeah, we're done. All that is left is Sarevok. And he's a few loyal people still with him. I'm going to be very cheap in fighting them, I think. Not sure how well that'll work, so it's not like he's alone, so might have to struggle quite a bit, in fact. Let's see. You want to try to... No, it doesn't matter. Certain items will transfer from Baldur's Gate 1 to 2. We don't have them, and they're not in any way important or powerful even. There's sort of a... If you carry these items through the 3 games, you get to see something slightly interesting, but not really. So, I'm not going to bother with that. Certainly not going to leave here to go after something like that. I don't think we even need to rest, although we probably should. It's the game trying to give you subtle hints what to do. Semage, Angelo. Yeah.
Okay.
You see.
If it bleeds, really?
Really?
Night Singer, Kalas Na.
What is it now?
Nothing. Just be cool, be cool. Don't really like the spells we have here. Okay. We'll see how things go. I'm not quite sure what's the best way for us to do this. I'm going to be incredibly cheap here, but it still might require us to take out a few of their guys. We can do it, that's not a problem. In fact, I might as well make some preparations right now. Not.
The trap is set and ready.
There's a limit how many traps you can have in a single map area at the same time. We are not even close to reaching that limit though, so...
The trap is set and ready. The trap is... I'm there.
Again you disturb me.
Ulsa, may darkness prevail.
We have to have a protection.
As directed, for now.
I will have your head. You are indeed family. No other could have lived to oppose me in person. Of course, it will not matter in the end. Ultimately, I will prevail, and a new era will be born unto the realms.
You are mad. What do you hope to gain by resurrecting a dead god?
The streets will run red with blood when my work is finished.
For the Father Bull is dead, but the slaughter I will orchestrate shall prove me to be his most worthy successor. It will raise his power from the ashes. The street will run red with blood when my work is finished. Successor? Deities are not known for sharing their power willingly.
Face me! Face the new Lord of Murder!
Fool! I do not wish to restore his power, merely to raise it. With the divine blood that flows through these veins, I shall assume control over that which he so foolishly lost. I shall become Baal. That is the only acceptable outcome. All that is left is for us to end this in a manner befitting our heritage. Face me, face the new Lord of Murder, Angelo, Tazak. Reveal yourselves and let's finish this now. Saga. Semaj is the big question mark, I think.
What is it now?
Yep, a lot of shit.
If I must.
Houston, we have a problem. You're not hasted, and as long as you aren't hasted, you're shit out of luck anyway. So.
Soon TX rules! TX will rule all!
Again you disturb me. My actions are yours.
Oh, TX moves! Make way!
Excellent. Now move your ass back here, TX.
You are so irritating.
Drink the fucking potion, you dumbass.
My action.
Ooh. Shit, I'm walking on the wrong traps. Shit. Can't believe they managed to kill Sarevok. That's a fucking miracle, that is. They managed to dominate the bastard. Doesn't make a difference, really. The invisibility spell that I managed to cast on Edwin will last 24 hours, so in some ways this is perfect for us. It's not perfect in many ways. I triggered wrong spells. Well, the goal is to trigger spells that are basically level 3 spells or less, so I can be immune to their effects.
What is it now?
I'm a bit worried that I can't heal myself. But I'm still invisible, and self-buffing, if you only buff with spells that can affect a single person or yourself, you won't reveal yourself.
I do not fear death.
As directed, for now.
They ran out of traps, seriously. Well, near death and injured. No? They were just on a break. Yeah. Skip this. Thrown a ball credits, yeah, maybe not. I think that's a great ending for the game. It's sort of a sequel baiting, but not in a way that's it implies that the villainous from these games would continue to live on. More of a congratulations, your entire game here was a fight against a single ball spawn, and now how about the several hundreds or thousands that are still remaining? So more things to come, and I think it's good sort of escalation and maturation of the plotline in general. You start off on your own, and it is in many ways entire events are because of a sibling rivalry, one sibling versus another of a dead god, and now the situation is still open about the heritage thing. And when Baldur's Gate 2 starts, it's still not a major. It's of importance, but it's not the prophecy and all that. That's not at the center of Baldur's Gate 2 either. But it escalates again, and when you get to Baldur's Gate Throne and Ball, then it's basically we start to the heritage is fully in the front line, in the spotlight, and that's where we're focusing on that. So it's a nice development step. If you're wondering about why I'm doing all this lameness with the important fights, it's because I guess I've most of played these games as a mage, and usually with a very small group or solo. So there's sort of things that you sort of stumble upon. A solo mage, how are you going to kill this and this and this? So that's how you sort of develop things trying to do damage to the wonderful demon that is supposed to be super deadly, and you're stopping because, oh, it accidentally died. Well, that just happened. And with Sarevok, you're very hard pressed to do anything because they're so magic resistant. But you also probably will know, if you played as a mage, the immunity to level 1, 2, and 3 spells, minor invulnerability, it's one of your core defenses that you use it throughout the game. And when you come to these tough spots, you immediately notice what sort of level abilities everyone else is using and what traps are using, because as a mage you have no way to disable traps. So the most common way is to just protect yourself from something and then hope that the spells hitting you are of low enough level that you're immune to them. And that's the first thing probably that you'll notice if you hit those traps there, is that they're level 3 traps, skull traps. So you'll be immune to them. No one else is going to be. So it's an obvious way to handle that problem as a mage. As of Baldur's Gate itself, I still think there's a lot of good in this game, but I also think it's an okay game. It is not an amazingly good game, and I think this might be the first Infinity Engine game. So this was the initial game, and it grew up into a lot of different games that I would say are almost, without exception, better than Baldur's Gate is. But it's such an important first step into the Baldur's Gate saga, so it's hard to skip, and it's not exactly bad. The main storyline is just fine. It's just that there aren't a lot of other quest lines in it that are solid. The bigger ones we faced was Durlax's Tower and I guess the Werewolf Island. And they're both from the expansion. So the original game was very, very light on any kind of decent side quest, for example. So Baldur's Gate seems like it's too wide. The areas available are too many, plentiful for the content squeezed into them. It's very thin at times, and the areas seem like they're just for the sake of being there, instead of serving some kind of purpose for a plot or a quest line or anything. They're basically, you could have just thrown them out and the game wouldn't have lost really anything of real value. So this is a very different flavor of Baldur's Gate compared to Baldur's Gate 2, even though it's the exact same engine. So again, the experience is not bad in any way. It's an okay game and a good start to start building your character, but Baldur's Gate 2 is pretty much superior in almost every way. And that's the problem with Baldur's Gate. It's just inferior game to Baldur's Gate 2, and that's not exactly all that meaningful of a put down. Baldur's Gate 2 is an excellent game. So yeah, the fact that another role-playing game might be below that, it can still be very enjoyable and a good game. Not much to say about Baldur's Gate 1 really. The challenge level it's not too difficult, but it gets sort of challenging from time to time. The fact that it wasn't really for me is more of the fact that I played this. It's like I'm already comfortable and familiar. I know what to expect more or less, so I'm not going to struggle too much trying to find out the correct solution to some of the nastier problems. And some of that would help if I would play with a smaller party, because then you struggle much more in finding those few ways that you can make things work for you. If you have a large party, the progression is slower, sure, which actually could make things harder for us, because you need to be at a certain level to get access to those abilities. So if you have a little too large of a party, you might only reach them at the very late game, as we did. We got some level up still right at the end. But other than that, you have so many options that it's not that difficult. But I did enjoy the extra NPC interaction. They were not part of our original Baldur's Gate, not at least not most of it. They've been added later on, because the game sort of feels like there's not that much life in the NPCs, because they'll never react to almost anything and never talk to each other. So some of them are added later on to make the game feel alive. And if I played the original vanilla Baldur's Gate, I think my opinion of it would be worse than what I'm giving it here. It would be an average game, probably at that point. Still enjoyable, but a lot of life has been added into the game over the years in the old additions and other versions. So it is definitely something that's, I think, still holds up, mainly because of the work people have put into keeping it, sort of lovingly improving it over the years. So, but what it is now available these days, it's still an okay game. We are going to move into Baldur's Gate 2 pretty much directly. I think I can just import a final save game. Alright. There should be a final save. Yep. Chapter 7, 73 days, 8 hours. It will basically import just my character, none of the others. And yeah, that's basically it. So, see you in Baldur's Gate 2.